Now we are going to start the problems in integration. You write exercise 7.1. Write the first problem. Find an antiderivative or integral of the following functions by the method of inspection. By the method of inspection. By the method of inspection means without applying the formulas in integration, we can evaluate the integral values of the following functions by using inspection method, by verification method. First problem, sin 2x. Sin of 2x. Find antiderivative or integral of sin 2x by verification method or by the method of inspection. We know that d by dx of cos 2x, we know that the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So derivative of cos 2x is minus sin 2x into d by dx of 2x. d by dx of 2x. d by dx of cos 2x is equal to derivative of 2x, that is 2. So minus 2 into sin 2x. Take this minus 2 to left hand side. It becomes minus 1 by 2 into d by dx of cos 2x is equal to sin 2x. Take this minus 1 by 2 into bracket, we get d by dx of minus 1 by 2 cos 2x is equal to sin 2x. Here derivative of minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x is sin 2x. So antiderivative of sin 2x is this. Therefore antiderivative of sin 2x is minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. If derivative of this minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x is sin 2x, then antiderivative of sin 2x becomes this function minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. Antiderivative or integral. Generally to find integral you must write plus c, but here he asks find an antiderivative, unique derivative. If you write plus c, you get different values in integration. He asks only unique, only one antiderivative, one integral. So you omit that c. You write simply minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. Next, second one, cos 3x. Find antiderivative of cos 3x. We know that d by dx of sin 3x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. So derivative of sin 3x is cos 3x into derivative of 3x, that is 3. Take that 3 to left hand side. It becomes 1 by 3 into d by dx of sin 3x, that is equal to cos 3x. Take this 1 by 3 into bracket. So d by dx of 1 by 3 into sin 3x is equal to cos 3x. Derivative of this 1 by 3 into sin 3x is cos 3x. So antiderivative of cos 3x is this 1 by 3 into sin 3x. Therefore, antiderivative of cos 3x is 1 by 3 into sin 3x. Just simply by verification method we find the derivative of the given function, derivative of the function, and from that we find antiderivative. E power 2x. We know that d by dx of e power 2x, that is e power 2x into derivative of 2x, that is 2. Take this 2 to left hand side. We get 1 by 2 into d by dx of e power 2x is equal to e power 2x. Take this 1 by 2 into bracket. If derivative of this function is e power 2x, then antiderivative of e power 2x is this function. Therefore, antiderivative of e power 2x is e power 2x by 2. Similarly, antiderivative of e power 3x, that is e power 3x by 3. Antiderivative of e power 5x, e power 5x by 5. You get antiderivatives of any function by verification method. Next, find antiderivative of ax plus b whole square. Say what is d by dx of ax plus b whole cube? It is in the form of x cube. Derivative of x cube is 3 into x square. From the formula, d by dx of x power n is equal to n into x power n minus 1. Here derivative is 3 into ax plus b whole square into d by dx of this ax plus b. Derivative of this is a. Derivative of ax is a. Derivative of b is 0. Take this constant 3a to left hand side, it becomes 1 by 3a into d by dx of ax plus b whole cube is equal to ax plus b whole square. We write it as d by dx of ax plus b whole cube by 3a is equal to ax plus b whole square. From this, antiderivative of this ax plus b whole square is ax plus b whole cube by 3a. Therefore, antiderivative of ax plus b whole square is ax plus b whole cube by 3a. Initially, by assumption or by inspection, you write the problem is the derivative of which one, and then you find antiderivative. Next, fifth problem. Sin 2x minus 4 into e power 3x. Find antiderivative of sin 2x minus 4 into e power 3x. First of all, find antiderivative of sin 2x and then antiderivative of this separately. Before finding antiderivative of sin 2x, by inspection, by assumption, sin x is the derivative of cos x. So, you take d by dx of cos 2x. d by dx of cos 2x, that is minus sin 2x into derivative of 2x, that is 2. From this, minus 1 by 2 into d by dx of cos 2x is equal to sin 2x. So, d by dx of minus 1 by 2 cos 2x is equal to sin 2x. From this, antiderivative of sin 2x is minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. Is minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. Next, what is the second part? Minus 4 into e power 3x. Let it be equation 1. See, by neglecting the constant, what is the given function here? E power 3x. E power 3x is the derivative of e power 3x. d by dx of e power 3x is e power 3x into 3. So, you take d by dx of e power 3x. Derivative of e power 3x, that is e power 3x into d by dx of 3x, that is 3. From this, 1 by 3 into d by dx of e power 3x, that is equal to e power 3x. Take this 1 by 3 into bracket, we get d by dx of 1 by 3 into e power 3x is equal to e power 3x. So antiderivative of e power 3x is 1 by 3 into e power 3x. Therefore, antiderivative of e power 3x is e power 3x by 3. Let it be equation 2. From equations 1 and 2, d by dx of d by dx of minus 1 by 2 cos 2x, or simply you write antiderivative of sin 2x is minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. Antiderivative of e power 3x is e power 3x by 3. So antiderivative of sin 2x minus 4 into e power 3x is antiderivative of sin 2x, that is minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x minus 4 into antiderivative of e power 3x by 3. So this is the antiderivative of this function. Next, sixth problem. Find the following integrals. Integral of 4 into e power 3x plus 1 dx. Okay, you write this integration as 4 into, take this integration into bracket, integral e power 3x dx plus integral of 1 into dx. Take this integration into bracket. 4 into integral e power 3x. Integration means antiderivative. We already find antiderivative of e power 3x is e power 3x by 3 from previous problem. So here integral e power 3x is e power 3x by 3 plus integral 1 dx from our standard formulas. Integral 1 dx is x plus c, where c is constant of integration. Here we want to find integral. Integral means antiderivative, the antiderivative. So to find integral you must write plus c at the end of each problem, where c is constant of integration. Next, seventh, integral of x square into 1 minus 1 by x square into dx. This is integral, right? What is the given problem? Integral of x square into 1 minus 1 by x square dx. Now take this x square into bracket. We get integral of x square into 1 x square minus, here x square cancel, x square minus 1 into dx. Take this integration into bracket. We get integral x square dx minus integral 1 dx. We have one formula in integration. Integral of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Apply that formula. You put n is equal to 2 here. Integral x square dx, that is equal to x to the power of 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is x cube by 3. Integral 1 dx, we already discussed integral 1 dx is x plus c, where c is constant of integration. Next, integral of ax square plus bx plus c into dx, this is equal to, take this integration into bracket. Here a, b, c, these three are constants. So you write this integral as a into integral x square dx plus b into integral x dx plus c into integral 1 dx, a into integral x square dx. You apply that formula, integral x power n into dx. What is integral x power n into dx? From that formula, x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here n is 2. So we get x power 2 plus 1, 3 by 3 plus b into, here integral x dx, that means integral x power 1 dx. In that formula you put n is equal to 1, then what we get? X to the power of n plus 1, here n is 1, so x power 1 plus 1, that is x square by 2 plus c into integral 1 dx, that is x, plus write a constant c, but here there is already c in the problem, so you write k, where k is any constant. You write any constant for integration. Next, ninth one. Integral of 2x square plus e power x into dx. Take this integration to bracket. You write it as 2 into integral x square dx plus integral of e power x into dx. 2 into, you apply integral x power n into dx formula. You put n is equal to 2. Then we get x power 3 by 3 from that formula. Integral e power x, that is e power x plus c, where c is any constant. Integral of root x minus 1 by root x whole square into dx. First we simplify this and then apply integration. See, it is in the form of a minus b whole square. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. You apply that formula and simplify it. Integral of a square root x whole square plus b square 1 by root x whole square minus 2ab root x into 1 by 2 root x, 1 by root x. Here root x get cancelled. Root x whole square x plus 1 by root x whole square 1 by x minus 2 dx. Take this integral into bracket. So we get integral x dx plus integral 1 by x dx minus 2 into integral 1 dx. Write this 2 as 2 into 1. X means x power 1. It is in the form of integral x power n into dx. The formula is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here it is x power 1 plus 1, x power 2 by 2 plus integral 1 by x dx, that is log x, minus 2 into integral 1, that is x, plus c. Integral of x cube plus 5x square minus 4 by x square into dx. Now divide each term with x square first and then integrate. We write it as integral of x cube by x square 5x square by x square minus 4 by x square into dx. X cube by x square, that is x. X square get cancelled, plus 5 minus 4 by x square into dx. Take this integration into bracket. Integral x dx plus 5 into integral 1 dx minus 4 into 1 by x square is taken as x power minus 2 into dx. Here x means x to the power of 1. What is the formula of integral x power n dx? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1 for any value of n. Here n is 1. From that formula we get x to the power of 1 plus 1 x square by 2 5 into integral 1 x minus 4 into, you apply the same formula by taking n is equal to minus 2. If you put n is equal to minus 2 here, we get integral x power minus 2 into dx is equal to x power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 by minus 1 plus c x square by 2 minus 5x minus into minus plus, so plus 4, x power minus 1 is written as 1 by x plus c. Next, integral x cube plus 3x plus 4 by root x into dx. Here also divide each term with root x and then integrate. We get integral of x cube by root x plus 3x by root x plus 4 by root x into dx. Integral of root x means x power 1 by 2, x power 3 by x power 1 by 2, that means x to the power of 3 minus 1 by 2, x power m by x power n, that is x power m minus n. So x power 3 minus 1 by 2 plus 3 into here x power 1 by x power 1 by 2, x to the power of 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 4 into 1 by root x, that is taken as x to the power of minus 1 by 2 dx. Take this integration into bracket. Integral of x power 3 minus 1 by 2 x to the power of 6 minus 1 5 by 2 dx plus 3 into integral of 1 x to the power of 1 minus 1 by 2 1 by 2 dx plus 4 into integral of x power minus 1 by 2 into dx. To find integral of each part, we apply that formula integral x power n into dx. In first term n is 5 by 2. So integral is x to the power of x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So x to the power of 5 by 2 plus 1 by 5 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 into here n is 1 by 2. You get x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 4 into here n is minus 1 by 2, x to the power of minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by minus 1 by 2 plus 1. Once integration is completed, then you add constant of integration to each problem. So on simplifying, 5 by 2 plus 1, 7 by 2. In denominator you get 7 by 2. This becomes 2 by 7 into x to the power of 7 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. 3 cancel. Plus 2 into x to the power of 3 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 plus 1, 1 by 2. 2 into 4, 8 into x to the power of 1 by 2 plus c. This way, by applying that formula x power n into dx, we can find integral of the given problem. Thirteenth, integral x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 by x minus 1 into dx. See here, we write the numerator as, take x square common from first two terms, you get x square into x minus 1. You write this as 1 into x minus 1 by x minus 1 dx. From numerator we take x minus 1 common. So it is x minus 1 into x square plus 1 by x minus 1 into dx. X minus 1 get cancelled. So integral of x square plus 1 into dx. Now write this as integral x square plus integral 1 dx. You apply the formula integral x power n, here n is 2. We get x to the power of n plus 1, that is x cube by 3 plus integral 1, that is x plus c. Just by applying the known formulas in integration, we can evaluate any integral value. Integral 1 minus x into root x into dx. Here take this root x into bracket, we get integral of 1 into root x minus x into root x into dx. This is integral of root x is written as x power 1 by 2 minus, here it is x power 1 into x power 1 by 2, x to the power of 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2 to dx. So it is separate the integrals, x power 1 by 2 minus integral x power 3 by 2 to dx. You apply the formula integral x power n into dx, that is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. You put n is equal to 1 by 2 here, we get x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 minus, you put n is equal to 3 by 2, x to the power of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1. Once integration is completed, then you add constant c. 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. It becomes 2 by 3 into x power 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 plus 1, that is 5 by 2. It becomes 2 by 5 into x to the power of 5 by 2 plus c. Fifteenth, integral root x into 3x square plus 2x plus 3 into dx. Take this root x into bracket, we get 3x square root x plus 2x root x plus 3 root x dx. Integral of x square into x power 1 by 2, x to the power of 2 plus 1 by 2, that is 5 by 2, x power 1 into x power 1 by 2, add the powers, x to the power of 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Root x is taken as 1 by 2, x to the power of 1 by 2 into dx. We write this as 3 into integral x power 5 by 2 dx plus 2 into integral x power 3 by 2 dx plus 3 into integral x power 1 by 2 dx. To find integral of each term, we apply this formula. To find the first term, you put n is equal to 5 by 2. To find second term, you put n is equal to 3 by 2. To find third term value, we put n is equal to 1 by 2. 3 into x to the power of n 5 by 2. 5 by 2 plus 1 by 5 by 2 plus 1 plus 2 into, you put n is equal to 3 by 2 in this formula. X to the power of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 into, you put x is equal to, you put n is equal to 1 by 2. Once integration is completed, you write plus c. 5 by 2 plus 1, 7 by 2. It becomes 2 by 7. 3 into 2, 6 by 7 into x to the power of 7 by 2. 3 by 2 plus 1, 5 by 2. It becomes 2 by 5. 2 into 2, 4. 4 by 5 into x power 5 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. It becomes 2 by 3. 3, 3 cancel. 2 into x to the power of 3 by 2 plus c. By applying this formula, we can evaluate that integral. Integral 2x minus 3 cos x plus e power x into dx. You write it as integral of, take this integration into bracket, we get 2 into integral x dx minus 3 into integral cos x dx plus integral e power x into dx. 2 into, here x is taken as x power 1. You apply this formula. By taking n is equal to 1, we get x power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1, that is x square by 2 minus 3 into integral cos x, that is sin x, integral e power x, that is e power x plus c. Next, 17th. Integral of 2x square minus 3 sin x plus 5 into root x dx. Here also we write it as 2 into, 2 is constant, you write it as 2 into x square dx minus 3 into integral sin x dx plus 5 into integral root x dx, or root x is taken as x to the power of 1 by 2. Take this integration into bracket. 2 into, you apply the formula integral x power n into dx, that is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Here n is 2, so we get x power 3 by 3. Integral sin x, minus cos x, minus into minus plus 5 into integral x power 1 by 2. You apply this formula by taking n is equal to 1 by 2. So we get x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus c. Next, integral secant x into secant x plus tan x into dx. Here also take this secant x into bracket. You write it as secant x into secant x, secant square x plus secant x into tan x into dx. You write it as integral secant square x dx plus integral of secant x into tan x into dx. Integral secant square x, that is tan x, plus integral secant x into tan x, that is secant x plus c. Just you apply the known formulas in integration. When you are thorough in the formulas, then the problems becomes easier. Next, 19th. Integral of secant square x by cosecant square x dx. Integral secant square x by cosecant square x dx. Now you convert secant and cosecant in terms of sine and cos. Integral of secant square x is taken as 1 by cos square x. Cosecant square x is taken as 1 by sine square x. It becomes integral of sine square x by cos square x. This sine square goes to numerator. Sine by cos, that is tan. So we get integral of tan square x into dx. But in integration, there is no direct formula to find integral tan square x. Tan square x is written as secant square x minus 1 from trigonometric formulas. Tan square x is taken as secant square x minus 1. Now you apply integration. Integral secant square x, that is tan x minus integral 1 dx x plus c. Integral of 2 minus 3 sin x by cos square x. Here we divide separately. We get integral of 2 by cos square x minus 3 sin x by cos square x into dx. 1 by cos square x, that is taken as secant square x. 2 secant square x minus 3 into cos square x is taken as cos x into cos x. Sin x by cos x, that is tan x. 1 by cos x, that is secant x into dx. You write it as 2 into integral secant square x dx minus 3 into integral of secant x into tan x dx. We know integral secant square x dx, that is tan x. Integral secant x into tan x, that is secant x plus c. Next problem. The antiderivative of root x plus 1 by root x is equal to, antiderivative means integration. So we find integral of root x plus 1 by root x dx. Write this as integral of root x dx plus integral of 1 by root x dx. You separate it. Root x is taken as x to the power of 1 by 2. 1 by root x is taken as x to the power of minus 1 by 2. And you apply this formula to get the first term integration. You put n is equal to 1 by 2. We get x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Here you put n is equal to minus 1 by 2. What we get? X to the power of minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 plus c. You write it as 2 by 3 into x power 3 by 2 plus 2 into x power 1 by 2 plus c. If d by dx of f of x is equal to 4x cube minus 3 by x power 4 such that f of 2 is equal to 0, then f of x is, you find f of x. You see here, derivative of f of x is this, given d by dx of f of x is equal to 4x cube minus 3 by x power 4. Derivative of f of x is this function 4x cube minus 3 by x power 4. Then antiderivative of this function is f of x. Antiderivative means integral. So you write integral of 4x cube minus 3 by x power 4 dx is equal to f of x plus c, where c is constant of integration. If derivative of f of x is some function g of x, then integral of g of x is f of x plus c. Now integrate this 4 into integral x cube. You apply this formula by taking n is equal to 3. So integral x cube dx, you put n is equal to 3 here, we get x power 3 plus 1, 4 by 4. You write it as x to the power of minus 4. 1 by x power 4 is taken as x power minus 4. You put n is equal to minus 4 here. We get x power minus 4 plus 1 minus 3 by minus 3 is equal to f of x plus c. 4 4 get cancelled, 3 3 get cancelled, minus minus plus. So we get f of x plus c is equal to x power 4 plus x power minus 3 or 1 by x cube. From this, f of x is equal to x power 4 plus 1 by x cube minus c. You write f of x is equal to x power 4 plus 1 by x cube minus c. Take that plus c to right hand side. But what is given in the problem? Given f of 2 is equal to 0. F of 2 is equal to 0. You put x is equal to 2 in this equation 1. Let it be equation 1. You put x is equal to 2 in equation 1. Then f of 2 is equal to 2 power 4, that is 16, plus 1 by 2 cube. 2 cube is 8 minus c. But f of 2 value is 0. 16 plus 1 by 8 minus c. From this c is equal to 16 plus 1. C is equal to 16 plus 1 by 8, that is LCM 8, 128 plus 1, that is 129 by 8. You substitute C value in equation 1. From equation 1, f of x is equal to x power 4 plus 1 by x cube. What is C value? 129 by 8 minus 129 by 8. This is the function f of x. So with this problem, the first exercise 7.1 is completed.